Hey YouTube, welcome back. Today we're going to go through another myth busting video where I'm going to walk you through 3 commonly heard phrases, terms or opinions and whether or not they are true. 99% of the time, they're not true. If you do enjoy the video, please drop a like. If you have any questions for out, throw them down below. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. Let's go. Sleep is for the weak. We've all heard it before. Sometimes it might have been said as a bit of a joke. However, some people do genuinely believe that they don't really need optimal sleep. Okay. Now you don't need optimal sleep if you just want to get through the next day. Okay. But if you're looking for optimal health, optimal results, then you need optimal sleep. Sleep branches off to so many different parts of our life, our health, our fitness, that it is important that we get the best sleep we can get. If we're looking at best performance in the gym, if we're looking at best recovery, if we're looking at best rates of fat loss, if we're looking at best rates of adding muscle mass, if we're looking at the most productivity the next day, if we're looking at managing food and hunger well, sleep's going to play a part in all those things. So we've got to make sure we are getting good quality sleep. Number 2, fasted cardio is better for fat loss. Now, if you prefer to do cardio fasted, then that is a preference. But when you actually compare fasted cardio and non-fasted cardio together, there's no actual difference or real difference, significant difference towards fat loss. So the idea that fasted cardio is better for fat loss just isn't really true. Something to also take into consideration is that if you're doing fasted cardio, then obviously chances are you're waking up, you're going straight into doing cardio, and therefore you're not eating. That's a long period without any food intake, and that's a long period without any protein intake. And if you're potentially, wanting to maximize muscle retention, that might not be the smartest move because, frequent feedings of protein, to an extent, obviously you want to wake up through the night to eat protein, but to an extent, are going to be beneficial on some level to retention of muscle mass. Okay, so if we just extend that period of not eating and not getting protein, and then on top of that exercising, you've got the potential maybe for risking a little bit of muscle retention, but ignoring that fact, there is no real difference between fat loss when it comes to fasted and non-fasted cardio. And then lastly, eating dietary fat, so just fat that you get from food, will make you gain fat. Complete nonsense. Hopefully by now we know that the only way you're going to accumulate body fat is by eating in a surplus, so where you're taking in more energy than you're expending for a prolonged period of time. Okay, so the more time you're in a surplus, the more time your body's going to have the ability and be in the environment to accumulate body fat. If you're not, and it doesn't matter what you're eating in that scenario, if you're not in a surplus, again, it doesn't matter what you're eating, you're not going to be gaining body fat. Okay, so dietary fat is one, necessary for health, because there's some, there's good fats out there in terms of what we need to be eating, and there's a variety of them. But 2, is absolutely fine to consume, as long as calories are managed. So there you have it, 3 commonly heard terms, phrases, opinions, and whether or not they are true. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you have, please drop a like. If you've got any questions, throw them down below. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one.